On today's episode of I Have Too Much Time on My Hand and I Be Doing the Most Randomest Shit. So I basically came across this TikTok account that wants to revamp how people date. I said, boom, it's cute, let me see what it's hitting for. I got there very well organized. I can see why they had success. But where the niggas at? I wasn't even trying to be picky, but where the fine niggas at? No, not the bald, under 5'9". It really wasn't hitting. It was more females than men, but you can't control that. I immediately checked out, went to the bar. I'm at the bar. It's like a whole bunch of other females that feel the same way. We all decided that was not our vibe. It made no sense to waste our time. Ended up leaving. We got dinner and some drinks. No, it was a cute experience. I was able to network and make more friends. It was exciting and fun and new. Where the niggas at? Our target audience definitely wasn't there. We all decided we're gonna have to do something different because
the guys you want are out creating single mothers. Every singles event always has more women than men.
So I just got home from a singles event in Houston. It's called Crush Club. This is my take. The ratio to women to men was like 5 women to every 1 man. And not a lot of the men were attractive. But, what can Crush Club do? They can't really do anything about that. What I can say, though, it was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of fun. The people there were great. I did spend my night talking to one person mainly that I knew wasn't my type, but he was so cool. I had fun. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna check out another one. And who knows,
5 to 1 literally means 5 baby mamas to 1 simp. The men you want don't need to be at dating events. You all are desperate to be with somebody, while the men are desperate to be left alone.
Seek singles mixer, it was a fail. Y'all do not have to go. I went so y'all didn't have to go. It was all females in there. When I say it was all females in there, I posted my video around 8:30 and it was not a lot of people in there. Around 9 o'clock, it got packed. It got packed full of women. It was 10 men in there. 10. And half of them was with their girlfriends. I was did they not see the memo? The memo,
We men would rather watch grass grow than come to a singles event. You women are better off dating each other, going to a singles event only to get ridiculed by a room full of women.
How do I get single men to come to a party? I have a restaurant in Brooklyn and I want to throw a singles mixer for Valentine's Day. And all of the women in my DMs are very enthused, but no men. So how do I, without getting canceled, tell people to bring their single guy friends? Lots of enthused gays too. So the gays and the girls, maybe the gays and the girls should just have a party and we just exclude the men. Is that? I'll get canceled for that too. Anyway, tips welcome. I have a tequila sponsor, so tequila on me all night. Margaritas, spicy palomas, anything your heart desires. Just need the straight men to show up.
I'll hold your hands when I say this. The men those women want don't need singles event.
The problem is, if I plan a singles mixer in Fort Worth, 6,000 women are going to come and there will be 3 men there. There will be 3 men there. Unless I get a bunch of men that say they single and they'll be there, I'm not planning shit. Because I already know how I go.
Those 3 men will probably be the waiter, the cook, and the maintenance guy. You women swore we are in a male loneliness epidemic, but every day you still end up refuting the claims yourself. How pathetic.
So I went to another Crush Club event down in Houston today, and I want to talk about it. So I'll start off by saying I freaking love what Crush Club is doing. I love that they do this, and I will probably go to every single Crush Club just because I love the vibe. I love what they do and how they do it. So today was a Crush Club, and it was at a brewery. I don't know if I said that right, but basically it was from I believe 10:30 to 4. And it was a 3-level brewery. Anyway, I got there closer to 2 o'clock. Okay. And when I got there, compared to the Valentine's Day weekend one, there were definitely 80% women. Okay, I'll say 70% women, 30% men. The moment I walked in, I was like, why are there so many women here?
Honestly, these event planners are going to have to start paying men to attend these events if they don't want women to boycott them. Not one woman has had any success from these events, just one complaint after another.
Men don't come to Muslim, social, or matrimony events, whether it be Muslim, Christian, whatever kind it is. They don't come because of the huge burden that it takes in order to approach someone and then get rejected. And it happens multiple times. At a certain point, where does it you go, though? It's hitting the floor. And no woman wants to be the one to make the first move because it's something about being chased, pursued, and wanted by a man as a woman that is something that you can't really change. It's just biology. And then here comes the huge discrepancy where women want to be approached, and there's a vast amount of women at these events and a very small picking of men that are at these events because, the other ones are like, I'm not trying to go, be rejected, maybe not find my type. It gets to a point where it's debilitating and it's
These women pushing these events down our throats make me sick. You're the ones doing the rejecting. Of course you can't understand exactly how men feel about these things.
Have you guys not seen how many times you've been approached? You guys have been approached so many times.
I'm scared of it. I really don't like the type.
No, I don't like the type. I don't like the type either. Listen. I don't like the type.
I don't know. I got fired because I would have.
They literally go to enjoy rejecting men. Zero reason for men to try. Why go to a singles event if you don't want to be approached? What's the logic in that? Better to host it in bear territory next time.
There's been a rise in singles events, meeting people kind of off apps, getting people off apps is a big thing. What a lot of the stats show is that people that go to these events are mainly women. Why do you think men don't go to these things?
What nightclubs are to men is what single events are to women. So if you're a guy going to a nightclub, one, you're going to have to pay to go in. Women go in free a lot of the time because the clubs are looking for women because they bring the guys, right? So the clubs invite women because it brings the guys. So one, you're going to have to pay more than a woman to go in. Two, realistically, to get any kind of attention or succeed with a girl, you kind of have to be in the top 5% of guys in the club, either in terms of looks, in terms of status, or in terms of money.
Table.
Right? Exactly. 3, 9 times out of 10, the kind of girls who are regulars at nightclubs generally aren't the kind of girls that you're wanting to choose for a wife anyway. They don't have certain...
If nothing works online, then why would it in real life? The 80-20 logic applies everywhere. We're better off just doing our own thing.
Like if you were to do it in a bar, right? There's a chance that the person you're approaching is in a relationship or they're just not in the mood to talk. I think we've all been there, right? Like you've gone out with your friends and you're like, this is about me and my friends. This is not about other people tonight. And so I really think going to these dating events is such an untapped opportunity for men. And it's crazy to me because women's tickets for events sell out so quickly all the time. I've seen events where the women's tickets sell out within 15 minutes. And then men's tickets are still available until like an hour before.
Women turn up to these events expecting to see George Clooney or Brad Pitt. There's nothing to miss at these events, just ladies who are desperate.
I'm giving a hot take on singles mixers because I think a lot of them are full of shit and they don't care about all their customers. I have been to multiple ones before, and every time I go, either you have to spend $40 and nothing's included, you spend $40 and you don't meet anybody, you spend $40 and the event is unorganized and just like you're standing there looking like a lost puppy the whole time. Now, a lot of these events, the same people go to, so that's also kind of annoying to me. Yes, it's cool to make friends, but I also am at the age where I'm like, okay, I have enough friends. I just want my partner at this point.
Once a man is seen being rejected by one woman, they will all follow suit. Women think like birds. That is why men don't even bother to try anymore.
So, I just came back from that Crush Club event. Mind you, it's 10:38. Because I just had a lot to reflect on and collect my thoughts. First of all, that line for, I think it was 26 to 34 or whatever, that age, the amount of people that were there, that just shows it's a struggle out here because so many of us are single. So, allegedly, because, people nowadays. But yeah, the line is long as hell. But we went up, we got our name tags, met a friend in line. I don't know, that first beginning part, like before the walk, I don't know if I have like do not approach me on my forehead or loser or maybe it's RBF. I really don't know, but I wasn't getting any.
Going to a singles event is one thing, but going to one with a nose ring is a whole different level. You're literally a relationship repellent. Men don't want to approach someone with daddy issues.
Dating in your 30s is exhausting. I just got back from another singles event. I was really, really excited for this one, but I was let down yet again. I love spin, and I love going to spin classes. I said, okay, I'm gonna set aside 45 minutes in the day. It's gonna be about me, and then I'll go back home and then I'll continue my work for the weekend. There was 2 men in the class, and neither of them were my type. It's frustrating because I keep going to these events, and I actually am very optimistic about it, but I'm constantly let down. Last weekend, I went to an event at Othership. Again, had high hopes, but there was nobody that I was actually...
Lower your standards now, or Father Time will lower them exponentially the longer you wait to get realistic. It's that simple. Dating is easy for most women with common sense.
Men are destroying nightlife. We've always had to worry about our drinks as women and all the stuff that has to go along with that. Their lustful and sometimes aggressive energy definitely shifts the vibe and makes it, I'm just gonna be honest, a little scary. As if we don't have enough to worry about, guys have started pushing girls, shoving them to get to the front or behind the DJ booth, climbing on top of women to get on top of platforms that were...
So it's just about freeloading off men. You can always stay home if nightlife is dead. You're not paying for drinks anyway, cheapskate.
The money that you're spending for a dating event, you can take that money and go to happy hour. You can take that money and go to an actual event. You can take that money and do anything else besides going to an event where 9 times out of 10 there's going to be 80 women and 2.5 men. If I was a man and I was looking to build my roster in like record time, I would buy a ticket to one of those dating events. You know why? Because the women there are giving very much, I'm going to say it, desperate. Men are not going to dating events because it's too easy to get a girl anyway. And if they are going to dating events, trust me, it's not for the same intentions that you're going there for. And y'all are spending money for tickets for these dating events that is going to be more women there. Like, if you're a lesbo, just say that. Like, that's cool. But if you're going there really looking for a man, absolutely not. Take the money that you were going to use for that ticket, go level yourself up, buy some new...
Being desperate enough to pay a singles event organizer to pick up a bill is not on my list for 2026.
I love to be the one to say it. Club culture dying is a huge reflection on how prominent the DL community actually is. Let's think about this for a second. That video that girl made, the viral video about how club culture is dying because guys want to be the girls now. Because men are so concerned being the center of attention. Basically, everything used to be about the woman. And why are men okay with this shift in priority? And why has the priorities shifted in general? I think it could be for a couple things. One, I do think some men actually just like to flex on other men, and it's kind of like a big dick swinging contest. But that also used to include who would have the most women in their section and who would have the most beautiful women. That's not even something a lot of men are even checking for anymore. And it's because they don't like us. They really don't care about the women. They never did. And the fact that a lot of men are not caring about the fact that their sections are just filled with men should be very telling as to how they actually feel. This is a lot of men's dream come true, and that's why it's not fucking changing. I do think there are two scenarios. One, the ego trumps your desire for women so much to the point where you're willing to be sharing a bottle with 20 other dudes to feel important and to feel like you're in a space of importance, opposed to actually prioritizing being around women. And they want to feel important so bad to the point where they're all fighting to get one Instagram story of one bottle that they didn't even fucking pay for, or they're just DL, or they dislike men. And that's exactly where they want to be, and they're happy in their home.
Bagging 304s isn't a flex anymore. Peace, land ownership, and freedom from this. That's all for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click on the notification bell to know when I drop a new video. Bye.